Hey guys, good morning. Happy Monday to everyone. Everyone should hear me now. Could you hear me, Jerry, James? Alrighty, guys, we're starting off the morning with a pretty nice gain here of about $700 on the day here. That's being fueled by Carnival Cruise Line. Let me see. I'll bring it up for you guys. A lot of data coming out this week here, so another nice market catalyst that could be coming here. Here we go, up about 610 bucks for the day there so far, and like I said, that's being led by Carnival Cruise Line. That ET trade that we got there, Randy, that one was from you. Nice pickup there on ET. That one's doing pretty well. Let's see here, the Ford trade's doing absolutely great. Let's see here, Rocket's getting a nice little pop here. Let's take a look at Rocket, RKT.
Dow Jones Industrial Average up 0.2% after the open.
Dow's up about 25 points. That was nice because Yellen came on last night and she said that there's a good possibility of an interest rate hike here by the end of the year. And she said that was a good thing for the economy and the overall market. So, you know, we had a little bit of a pullback there. I'm watching over here, obviously. You guys can see AMC climbing again here, up over 15%. Got a couple other market movers here. Liminal Biosciences, that one's up 43%. Let's see what the heck this one is here. That one's pulling back from the highs, but that's definitely one we could keep an eye on. Let's see here. I want to see what Rocket's doing. Airbnb, I want to see that start to move today. Rocket Mortgage, let's see, we're up 375 bucks on that today. It's got a big spread though, 260 by 360, so that's probably what that's from right there. I like the looks of that. It's consolidating. It's between that 10, 50-day simple moving average. I think we're going to continue to see this one climb. We have the September 17th expiration, so, you know, Rocket trade, do not worry anything about that in the short term here. We have plenty of time until expiration on that. Like the looks of it, how it's consolidating there. I want to see that break above that, you know, 2050 area to really add to it and look for that 2250 to 25 target profit area, even up to 2750 as we go into September there. Let's see what Carnival Cruise Line's doing here. We had a nice gains on Carnival Cruise Line last week. Guys, she's still holding above that 10-day simple moving average, still starting to break out here. That's another one. If we get a green candle tomorrow on Carnival Cruise Line, we have that July 16, 30 strike call here. Got a decent sized trade on that right now of about 7,000. I definitely want to look to adding to that Carnival Cruise Line trade on any type of further breakout. Because like I said, if we zoom out a little bit more here, look at that next resistance area, we're going to be looking at that 40. And as you guys can see the climb here, let's take a look here. Here's the no trade zone with our trade plan. You guys see, here's breakdown momentum. It's clear as day right here. Breakdown momentum. Let me, so you guys can see right here, breakdown momentum. Let me get the annotation. That'll make it a little easier here. Here's that breakdown momentum happening right here. BDM. Here was our consolidation where we're just trading between resistance and support areas, right? That's NTZ, no trade zone, also known as consolidation. Now, when we broke out of that resistance, that was a nice time to buy there. So, as you guys could see, now let me draw the, let me do this here for you guys. This will make a little more sense. So here's that breakout momentum channel now, guys. Okay, and this is really important for you guys to understand this. Let me get this off of there. All right, because what we have is we have that resistance If I zoom out now, it's going to mess up these drawings over here. But we have some next resistance at about 40 bucks a share. So what I like to do here, see the time frame that it's taken to make that move. Right now we need about another, what, $9.25 move to get up to that 40 bucks. So you can see right here from about, February until about, mid-March there. So about a month and a half it took to have that 10-point climb that we're seeing here during that breakout momentum cycle from February until March. So you can see it took about a month and a half during this breakout momentum cycle. Here's some consolidation back down to support after that initial breakout momentum. Had some consolidation, a little pullback back to support at about 20 bucks. And then, like I said, when it entered into that breakout momentum cycle here on a daily chart, took about a month and a half to make that 10-point move there. So when we're looking at an option, and especially an expiration here, we want to take in consideration how long it took the previous breakout momentum cycle to take. So, anything 2 to 3 months out to expo to reach that $40 target, that's going to be our target time frame there on any new type of Carnival Cruise Line trade. So I'd probably personally get August or September. I don't think we're going to see a big takeoff in September. So I'd rather that option premium decay a little bit there with that August expo and a little less theta on our side there. Obviously summertime is going to be the big moving months for the cruise lines and the airlines there. So I'd probably pick up the August monthly expo there on Carnival Cruise Line. I'm just waiting for that to climb a little bit more here to have that breakout, and then we're going to be taking a look at another trade on Carnival Cruise Line because I certainly don't want to miss that breakout there on CCL going forward. So if we take a look at it today, 1 minute chart, she came down to that 20-day simple moving average. It's Monday morning, so right now we're just going to be watching some of these stocks here, seeing what's moving, seeing what's going to be on our radar for this week. That's starting to get a nice little climb here. Carnival Cruise Line again. Might be doing something else on CCL. Looking at the market movers. I'm looking at our trades we're currently in here. Let's see Airbnb. That one's pulling back a little bit today. Airbnb down about 1.6%. But as you guys see, it's still in that breakout momentum cycle. It still has that trend line that's continuing to climb here. So if we take a look at the channel here on CCL, that first candle above that 10-day simple moving average, that's what we're looking at there. I don't want to draw it as steep as that. So that's what we could be looking at here with Airbnb. We got a nice little trend line here continuing to climb. As you guys could see that trend line here, I'm not good at free drawing. But that's what we're looking to basically hold. This is going to be that support area that we're looking for it to hold on Airbnb. So as long as it does that, I'm totally fine with our trades there. Especially that July 16th 150 call there. The 140 is just about in the green again. We were in the green Friday on that. So just watching that to continue to take out there. Let's see. Express is getting a nice little climb today. But that's what I'm watching Airbnb for here. So as we continue to go, I think we're going to continue to see Airbnb. Express shares on the run here. They're getting the 6.5 call sweeps. So guys, this is what I'm expecting with Airbnb. Something similar to this, okay? you know, just continuing to hold that trend line, continuing to hold that support, and continuing that climb higher. You know, obviously, what catalyst do we have here? We have a really nice catalyst going into these summer months. Airbnb, you know, I mean, that was obviously destroyed during the pandemic. Nobody was traveling, and, you know, especially during lockdown. So we're coming off the lows there really nicely. I think we're going to get back up to that, you know, 190, 200 target area. But for the short term, I think 170 is going to be a really nice target there. So that's what I'm watching with Airbnb, okay? Now let's take a look at Express here, because Express is getting a really nice little climb here. We're actually up $700 on the day on Express right now. Express is up about 7% on the day here. If we take a look at that 3-month daily chart, here's another stock, you know, Express here. Take a look. It's having that breakout momentum. We had that 1020 cross. We were in consolidation, trading tightly between that 350 support and resistance area. We got that climb there. We're holding above that 10. Every time we're retracing, we're coming back down to that 10-day. You can see right here on, you know, what's this, May 28th here. We had a big breakout, came right down to that 10. Next day, we consolidated, body between previous body's candle, and then the following day, we had a big climb there. And then what happened? Obviously, you know, this is a pretty volatile stock now. It's highly shorted, and, you know, it's a retail stock. So you got a lot of people that are short-term trading this. You know, when you get that big pop there, I mean, that's literally from $4 all the way up to $6.50. So, of course, you could expect to see some profit taking for a couple of days. And that's exactly what happened. Let me shut Charlie up here for a second. Alrighty, so you could actually see we had that big breakout. We had some profit taking a couple of days, and now look what's happening today. Today you're getting another climb off that 10-day simple moving average. We're near the highs of the day on Express. I really like this setup on a daily chart here. I really think we're going to continue to see Express climb here over the next few days. So I like that setup on Express. We're up $700 on it today, and that's looking pretty good. All right, so let's take a look at ET. This is one that Randy brought up here in the trade room. He's been trading this for a while here. I looked at the chart. It looks like a beautiful chart setup here. We had that 1020 cross going all the way back to April 14th. And then just look at that momentum coming back down to that 20-day simple moving average, having that breakout. Then we started holding that 10. Big breakout, some profit taking back down to support at $9.50. Had a big breakout. Now $10 is our new support area. So it's really important. I want you guys to see this, because when you're visualizing these charts here, it's important to understand when you get these rising support levels here. That's showing a strong breakout. So right here you can see we had some support at about $8, right? We had that breakout, and then we had more support here at $8.50, right? That became new support. We had that big breakout here, and then we had new support right here at $9.50. You know, and then we had that big breakout, and now we have that new support at $10. So you can see these support areas are continuing to climb through this breakout momentum cycle here. So here's what you guys got to say. Okay, on ET here, we could be targeting about $11, take some profits there. We already got some really nice gains on that. But here's the thing. You know, this is going to retrace. You're going to see some profit taking after that big run here. Okay, so if you're late into getting into energy transfer, you know, wait until that retracement here after this big breakout it's had. Because if you take a look here, you guys could see, you know, it had a big breakout right here. It had a big breakout here, and then it retraced a bit. Had a huge breakout right here, then retraced a bit. Huge breakout here, consolidated a bit. So, you know, you have to keep that in mind. You know, after these big breakouts, you're seeing some profit taking from those short-term traders there. Big breakout, some profit taking from the short-term traders. It consolidated within the NTZ for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 trading days. Now a big breakout here. So, you know, as you continue to see these gains, you know, obviously you want to take some profits along the way here. But I think we are still good to go with that. We have the July 16th expo on that. Let's see, PEI, we're in the green on that today. Let's see, someone in the trade room asked about that. PEI, look at that, another nice one here. You know, had a big breakout there. up to about 345 there. Had some profit taking, and it's continuing to climb. Body above previous candle's body here. If we could break that $3 on PEI, I'm probably going to add another 2,000 shares to it and target that 350 pretty quick there. Okay, let's take a look. Carnival Cruise Line's really running. We're up almost $1,000 on the day on our CCL trade. That one's having another big breakout. Remember, I was just talking about this one retracing a bit, starting that breakout. This is something we could be looking for this week's expo or something on that there for a nice breakout. I'm just noticing. I thought I had another Ford trade on here, but I just have the 14-15 vertical spread for August expo. I wanted to get into something else with Ford there. Ford's down slightly here. Let's take a look. American Airlines continuing to climb. Carnival Cruise Line's at the highs of the day here, guys. I think this is going to be a really good one to get into. Efren, Mike Rinkowski's looking for you there in the YouTube chat. Good morning, Mike. Nice to see you. Happy Monday, Zach. Let's see. Bingo. Genomics. 827. That one's been continuing to climb here. Look at the breakout on this one. We could be targeting that $10 here if we wanted to find some type of trade on this one. $10, and then $12.50 is going to be that next resistance area on this. Let's see what else is moving here. FedEx isn't doing too much. PEI is continuing to break out there. Nice little gain on PEI today. Rocket pulled back a little bit there. Let's see. I want to see Airbnb start to climb here today. Express is looking good at Carnival Cruise Line. So it's really the reopening stocks that are continuing to climb. Guys, Workhorse. If you guys remember, we went over that high short interest on the other day here. Here's highshortinterest.com, right? We were talking about, these short squeezes, and, you could really find these short squeezes before you're seeing about it on Wall Street Bets and everything, just by this website alone right here. You're seeing Workhorse has a 41.93 short interest on it right now. It's got about 113 million float, 123 million outstanding shares. Obviously it's in the auto truck manufacturer. They just got a $600 million government contract for some new electric vehicles for the United States Postal Service. So I think you're seeing a lot of those shorts start to cover here, because if you go down here and you take a look at Workhorse, I mean, that's what you call a freaking short squeeze. From $10 all the way up to $18.50 there, that is a short squeeze. And that's why we look at that highshortinterest.com there, because if we see some good opportunities for a possible short squeeze, you could look for a trade, a very short-term trade there that, you could take advantage of very easily with a quick short-term swing trade. Even if you just picked up shares there, we were trading it, I think it was way back on, maybe on the 27th or the 1st there when it got that government contract about the Postal Service. So it had that big breakout. We were able to get in on that one. I know a few members got in. I don't think I got into that. Maybe I did. I think I did have a quick gain on that. Right, Efren? Did I have a trade on Workhorse? Let's see. Zach says he has the July CCL 30 calls. I have the July 1630 strike calls. Yes, I do. And we are in the green on that right now, guys. Nice profit on our CCL trade. Who else is in the green on the CCL? So here is our CCL trade, guys. Let me bring that up for you here. And you guys remember we were down on that for a while. We finally turned green on CCL here, and that's continuing to break out. And I'm expecting at least a $5,000 profit on this trade. So here's our CCL call, right? We have the Carnival Cruise Line July 16th 30 strike call. We got 25 contracts. We paid an average of $2.85. So let's see, $2.85. Multiply that by 25. We paid about $7,100 $725 to $7,130 for this trade here. We're up $1,125 on that today, continuing to climb here. You guys can see the gain on that today. So you see how we're up over $1,100 on CCL today. And what is it up here? CCL, it is up. Let's see here. Where's she at over here? She's up about 2% today. So that's only a 2% move. Just imagine once we start hearing the news here about the cruise line starting to set sail again and everything here, I really think we're going to continue to see that bigger breakout and start to see a bigger rise here on Carnival Cruise Line. So I definitely want to keep an eye on CCL because I want to add to that trade once it starts really breaking out there. CCL right now is at about 31.21. If she breaks, 31.50, I'm probably going to add about another $5,000 to that trade. I like that setup there. I'll probably target a quick $35 to $40, take some profits in on that. But Carnival Cruise Line, I think that one's going to continue to run. Now, you guys saw how we had that June expo, that June monthly expo on CCL. We had what do we have? The 27.50 30 vertical call spread. We closed that out for over a 30% gain there after we were down about 70% on that for quite some time during that pullback when those COVID cases were on the climb there. So, we did a really nice job timing that, taking in profits on that shorter term expo there. Remember, do we have more than 30 days out till expo? If the answer is no, you got a profit, you got to run there, take profits on that first retracement. And that's exactly what we did, resulting in a nice profit on that first Carnival Cruise Line vertical call spread. So right now, all that we're left with is this Carnival Cruise Line July 16th 30 strike call. We got about $7,200 equity in this position right now. And like I said, I really want to look at possibly adding to this trade here once we start to break out maybe above $31.50, $32 there. So that's going to be an important one to keep an eye on and look for a nice possible swing trade there or addition to our current contracts. Workhorse is continuing to climb up about 10% here. Let's see, Palantir. Let's take a look at that one. I think that's going to be a good longer-term play there. It's pretty flat. You got a little doji here going on for today's candle. I think we're going to continue to see Palantir climb. Especially with their management they have. I mean, they have some really good, rock star players in management there. I'm a big fan of Peter Thiel. Let's take a look here. That PEI is getting a nice climb here. We're up $400 today on PEI. Take a look at that PEI. Now, I remember a lot of people, you got a little bit worried during this pullback here. I believe we got the trade on 6/2 here, June 2nd. So, I think we got it. Let me see. What did we pick it up for? We picked it up for $335. It's at $297 now. So we're still about, 40 cents away from some gains on that. But, I love the chart setup on that. We didn't get any options. We picked up the shares on that. So I'm just going to be holding that and watching that continue to climb there. AMC is back up 20% here on the day. That's getting another nice climb. That might be seeing that $70 again here really soon on AMC. So, that might be one we want to take a look at. But if you take a look at the option chain for AMC, you're going to see that it's actually, way too damn expensive to be picking up some regular calls here. If you're looking at something like the June 18th Expo, even those 60 strikes are going for $20. So you need it at $80 to break even, $100 to make 100% return. So that right there is already telling you this is not the proper strategy, or this is not the right strategy you guys really want to be utilizing just because the option premium is so expensive here. That implied volatility really shot up that option premium. So now you have to ask yourself, are you a sophisticated investor? If you're a sophisticated investor, what you could be looking at here is selling some puts. So if you sell some, let's say you wanted to sell some, let's go out to the August Expo, and let's say you wanted to sell, let's just say you say, I'd like to own shares of AMC at $20 if she comes back down to 20. You could sell to open, a naked position here, selling to open a put, 20 strike call. you're going to collect $383 for that one contract. Okay, now what happens if she comes down to 19 bucks a share? Well, now you own AMC at $20 minus what it's at now, so you have a $1 per share loss. You know, but you paid, or you brought in 383, so your break even is going to be 20 minus 3.83. So really, you're not losing anything until you get below $16.17 a share. Okay, so that's a nice way when the implied volatility is increased and you see those option premiums are crazy expensive here. The best thing to do for a sophisticated investor who knows what they're doing is going to be selling some naked options there on something like AMC. So that's a really nice setup there if you guys are looking to do something like that. I'm watching Carnival Cruise Line up top here. We're starting to see another breakout on CCL. That Kron, you guys remember Kronos? That one's having a nice little climb here today. Those shares up about 2%. I really like that setup though. They're talking about Bed Bath & Beyond now. That's actually one of them that are on the high short interest. If you guys take a look here on that high short interest, Bed Bath & Beyond, if we go down a little bit on here, you'll see Beyond Meat on here, Smile Direct Club. You know, here's Bed Bath & Beyond right up here. You know, that's one of the top players here in that high short interest. That's why. Now, let's take a look here so you guys could understand once more about a short squeeze. Excuse me. So, if we take a look at Bed Bath & Beyond, look at this. It's got a 31.81% short interest here, okay? So now let's take a look at BBBY and see what the heck that's been doing over the past few days here as it's been on that high short interest. Now take a look. Here's another short squeeze, guys. You see this candle right here from 26 bucks a share all the way up to about $45. That's what you call a short squeeze. You know, and you could kind of look and tell if this is going to continue or not just by looking at that high short interest, because you're also starting to see a continued breakout there. So you're starting to see that climb. And, you know, if you see that still on that high short interest, you know, she could still possibly get another climb up to about $37, maybe $40, you know, before pulling back there. So that's going to be one you obviously want to keep an eye on. Now let's take a look at Express, guys. We have a nice position in Express. Express is at the highs of the day. It's up 11% here for the day. This is a great retail stock. I think this is going to continue to break out over the course of the next few weeks here. I love this setup here on Express here. So that one's continuing to break out. Keep an eye on the market movers list here. These are the most active stocks on the top. Over here to the bottom of that, we have the largest percent stock gainers. So we're keeping an eye on that. Seeing if we see any good setups. Express is right down here, up about 11%. It's working its way up. That's what I always tell you guys. Like when you see Express start to climb through these ranks here, you know, I mean, look at Workhorse up almost 13% now, almost nearing 15 bucks a share. But once you start seeing some of these continue to climb here, let's see, InSuites Hospitality. That one's getting a nice climb. Let's just take a look at that one quick. Look at this chart here. It was a $2 stock, climbing up to about $9. Now let's see where it was pre-pandemic. You know, it wasn't doing too much there, but obviously the hospitality industry is doing great now. That's one to keep an eye on there. Clean Energy. BlackBerry still on the run there. BlackBerry might be a good takeover target. So we're just watching the list here. It's Monday. Our positions are looking pretty good there. Express, CCL. That PEI is still continuing to climb up, almost 500 bucks on that today. Just want to see Airbnb and Baidu start to climb here.
Up to $20 per share ESCA.
Express Trade's doing really well, up $700 for the day on that. I was just looking at Apple up here there, James. 3-month daily chart. We finally had a nice climb here earlier today on Apple, so Gonna watch that, continue to watch that throughout the day here. That's looking pretty good. You know, it's early Monday, so we could see that start to climb this week. Let's see. Let's go through some of these market movers, these active stocks here. You know, I hate when you see, you know, little lines like that. Either that was...
Court rules in favor of Biden administration's refusal of permanent residency for immigrants with temporary protected status who entered the U.S. illegally.
So, this RMed here, this one's starting to see a nice little climb here. Let's see. Look at that. That looks like a short squeeze or some type of news that came out there.
MYMD Pharmaceuticals set to join the Russell Microcap Index. That's Michael Yankee, Michael Delta.
Michael Yankee, Michael Delta. This is probably going to continue to get a climb here, guys. I'll probably pick up some shares. What did they just say? This is going on. It's going to be joining the Russell Microcap Index. Microcrap. That was funny. So yeah, I think this one continued to see a breakout, maybe up to about $7 there. That's not too bad. Maybe I'll pick up some shares on that here. Maybe I'll pick up about 1,000 shares. Let's see here. Order entry. Let's see. MYMD. I'll pick up, let's see here. I'll pick up 1,000 shares of that. See if I could get filled for 4.67. Alrighty, I'm in on that, guys. I picked up 1,000 shares of MYMD. 1,000 shares right here. Pick that up. Let's see, what did I get filled at there? We're filled at $4.67 a contract. So MYMD, we picked up shares on that, Efren. That's being added here to the Russell. Where did I just see that down here? Here we go. MyMD here. MyMD to join Russell Microcap Index effective June 28th. So that's definitely that catalyst that's going to continue to move that a bit higher there. So I like that setup. I'll probably be looking for a $6 to $7 target profit area on that, Efren. Target is going to be $6 to $7. Our stop will be $4 a share on that. Okay, let's see what else we have going on here. PEI, Carnival Cruise Line. Let's see, Express is up $800 for the day here as Express continues to climb. ET's looking good. Just need to see that Airbnb down about $2,000 on Airbnb today, being down about 2.5%. But as you can see, it's just trading side by side with previous candle's body. You know, and I think we're just going to continue to see that climb here over the next few days. RMed's continuing to climb up about 82% here on the day. AMC up about 21%, not doing too much here since open. Tilray still struggling with about that $20 resistance area. Just watching our current positions here. Let's take a look at Express and Airbnb here. So Airbnb on a today 1 minute chart, we're finally starting to see that climb here. You guys could see on how it's been in that breakdown momentum since opening bell here. So, you know, had that drop, got up to that 10-day simple moving average, had that drop right up to that 20, pull back up to that 20, pull back up to that 10, pull back, consolidated for a while. Now we're starting to see a little shift here. Notice how you're seeing the MACD. During this entire breakdown momentum cycle, guys, what did you guys see? You saw it pulling back, but most importantly, you saw these bars below the zero line on the moving average convergence divergence histogram here. You know, just bars below the zero line there. We're starting to see that crossover the MACD, starting to see those green bars above the zero line on the histogram of the MACD. That's very positive signs moving forward here. So Airbnb, it just had a dollar climb here in the past 3 minutes. So, you know, I'm going to be watching that. It's looking like it might be coming off the lows there. I'll just keep an eye on that. That ET is looking really good here as well. Take a look at that ET. That's starting to get up to those highs of the day once again here. I like the setup on there. And, you know, we are starting to climb here. We're getting a nice little climb. Express is on the move, EXPR. That's still holding that 20-day, still continuing to climb there. Shares up over 10%, 3-month daily chart. It's holding that 10-day, holding that $5 support area. I like that setup on Express there. PEI, that's one we have some shares on. That one's continuing to climb. Was just at the highs of the day a minute ago. Continuing that breakout. I like that setup there. Let's keep an eye on Airbnb. Airbnb today, 1 minute chart. Still wants to hold above that 1020. I want to see that 1020 crossover. There we go. There's that next green candle breaking above previous candle's body there. Looking good, guys. Looking good. That MyMD, we already got a $200 gain on those shares there. She's at $4.81 now. We picked that up for $4.67. Notice how we got in as soon as we heard the news of that being joined by the on the Russell there. Take a look at that breakout on MyMD, guys. $4.80 a share, continuing to break higher. You know, that one's being added. You guys could see down here, MyMD Pharma to join the Russell Microcap Index effective June 28th. You know, so once that joins on June 28th, I think we're going to see a much further pop on that going forward there. So definitely want to keep an eye on that. Julie asks on YouTube there, why did I buy stock on MyMD and not a call option? Let's see here. Let's see what the options are going for. I really didn't think it had any options on it there. If it does, they're probably, you know, so this is a perfect example why here, Julie. You can see the open interest total volume. Look at the difference here between the bid and the ask. If you pick this up, that means you're going to pay $135 a contract. If you immediately wanted to sell it, since there's no buyers and no sellers, you're going to get 30 cents for that, 30 bucks. So you're going to lose $105 if you immediately buy it and sell it there. So you have no interest coming in yet on those August expos. Let's see the July expos here. Still squat, nothing there. June expo, you know, nothing there. I mean, look at the bid, look at the ask, you got nothing there. So you have to understand strategies and why you're going with shares compared to picking up calls on certain, you know, assets here and certain securities. So, you know, definitely not one that you want to pick up calls on. You know, maybe once that gets added and we start to see the volume increase here, then maybe we could sell to open some covered calls against our shares there and bring in that monthly revenue stream just from those covered calls. So that's something we could look at down the road, but right now that is not a viable option there, picking up those calls. But that's a good question. Hey, whoever was from Orlando there that said about those videos, please post that back up there. I just saw on YouTube someone said they were from the Orlando area. They'd like to make some really great highlight videos for us, but then I see it was deleted there. So if you can message that back there so I can see, or if you can message us on the Facebook business page, that'd be great. Would love to do that. MyMD starting to continue to climb there. Let's see, Skyjack said he's up 58% on CCIV. I don't know why when I see that, but it reminds me of like the Soviet Union or something. CCIV. Churchill Capital. Continuing to climb. That one's looking great, Skyjack. That's a hell of a breakout there. I'd be targeting about 30 bucks there minimum. That's a nice one. That's one I should be picking up some calls on. Let's see the option chain on that, see what the hell that looks like here. CCIV. Let's see. Nice volume on this. Tight spread. June 18th. 25's going for about $2. You need that at $30 to make about 100% return from now till June. And yeah, Mike, nice to have you back here. And Mike, thank you for your service. I know you're one of those fierce fighters there. What were you in, Mike? Marines? Let's see here. CCIV. Skyjack, I like that setup there on CCIV. I really do. I'm thinking about doing something. Let's take a look. Maybe we could do an in-the-money vertical spread there.
S&P futures, probably 42, 2075.
We could do a short-term possible paycheck trade on CCIV. Let's look at that 25.26. What's that going for here? About 40 cents to be worth $1. 42 cents to be worth $1. That's not too bad, guys. What do you think? You want to do something like a paycheck trade on CCIV for this week's expo? As long as she's above 26 bucks, we're going to have max gains of, we pick it up for 41 cents. Divide that by 0.41. That's going to be a max gain of 144%. That's not a bad setup there. And I like the momentum that we're seeing here on CCIV, Churchill Capital. Where did that person go on YouTube there that was talking about that video highlight? Got to get you back on there. Was that Jacob Santino? Jacob, shoot us a message. Let's see. Sam I Am says, what kind of call would you go with? If you wanted to go with a call on Churchill here, I'd probably go with the 25 strike or 26 strike. June 18th Expo, that's, you know, look at the breakout it's had. It went from 20 to 25. So it had about a 20% breakout there, 25% breakout there in just a matter of a few days. So if that retraces, you could be looking for a retracement back to about 22 bucks. So I definitely don't want to get caught up with the short-term move there. I definitely want to be looking at that bigger move. So what I'd be looking at there is probably the, we're getting a nice move on ET there. Yes, we are, Skyjack. But I'd be looking at the 26 strike, probably going with that July 16th monthly expo there. 25 strikes going for about $3. That's dirt cheap. If you see that get to $30 there, you're going to have a nice gain. So if you guys wanted to pick up some CCIVs, I'd be going with that July 16th expo. I'd be picking up those 50 strikes. It's got a tight spread there. I'd be putting in an order for about $360 a contract. Now she's at $360 by $365. So I'd just be going like this. I might pick some of that up with you, Skyjack, for the July 16th expo here. I'll pick up a few contracts of that. I'll pick up 10 contracts of CCIV here with you. I like that setup. It looks ready to continue to climb there. 360, that's what it's trading at. 10 contracts is going to be about a $3,600 trade there. I could definitely take a position on that there going forward. Let's add the delta here and see what the delta is going to look like on those 25 calls here. So if we're adding that delta, we're seeing those 25 strikes with a delta of about 0.555, which isn't too bad there. 355 by 375. You know, it's going for about 365 a contract here. She's continuing to break out there. I'll go up to 370. It's going to be about a $3,700 trade there. Let's see here. Let's see if I get filled on that. Order status. All right, we're completed on that. We're in at $3.70 a contract. I'll show you guys that trade in the trade room there. It's a 25 strike call for the July Expo.
Now 3,000 contracts on that. SEC says it's monitoring ongoing volatility in certain stocks
Let's see here. I need to post that. All right, let me get that in the trade room. There is a new trade there on CCIV. Excuse me. All right, so there's that trade we just made on CCIV. I like that setup there. I think that's going to continue to climb. Don't worry about that short term there. It's over 30 days out till Expo. All right, let's take a look quick here at our ET trade. That one's continuing to climb. We're up $250 on that today. That's at the highs of the day here. $8.90 a share here, continuing to climb, continuing to break out there. There's the today 1 minute chart. Nice breakout at the highs there. I'm just going to continue to hold on to that one. Let's see. Sam said he's in that CCIV trade now. That should be a nice one going forward there. ET is continuing to climb. Express, we're up $800 on the day. ET, we're up $255 on the day on that. Airbnb's starting to climb there. Take a look at Airbnb. That's definitely climbing off the lows here. I like that setup, guys. Take a look. We're getting our first candle above that 50-day simple moving average now in Airbnb. So we're seeing a nice little reversal there. I love that setup. Looking good there. I want to see that continue to climb. Obviously, this is a nice breakout momentum type of stock. And I love this sector here going into the summertime months here with everyone finally starting to travel and get out from those pandemic restrictions there. CCL's looking great there as well. CCL's having another big breakout here, guys. How many of you are heavily invested in Carnival Cruise Line? I got some nice trades on CCL, and we did really well on those. And the trade plan worked out perfectly on these Carnival Cruise Line trades. My allergies are getting to me now. ET's continuing to climb here, guys. Take a look at that ET. New highs of the day on ET, $10.92 a share. Continuing to break out there. Love that setup. Karen, you're up. Let's see. Jerry says in CCL for about $16,000. Carnival Cruise Line. Karen said she's in Carnival Cruise Line for about $3,000. Nice. I love that Carnival Cruise Line setup, and we're taking off on that again now. I'm telling you, once we start seeing those news talking about the cruise lines taking off there, we're going to see some really nice profits on that CCL trade. I'm thinking between a $5,000 and a $10,000 profit on those on that trade I have. That's about $7,100 on CCL. So I'll be looking for a nice $5,000 to $10,000 profit on that. Our Airbnb for that July Expo there, I think we should easily, let me see, what size trade do I have on Airbnb? It's a decent size trade of about $8,000. So I think that one should be an easy, $10,000 profit there as well if things continue to go the way we're expecting. All right, guys, on YouTube, I'm going to end this now and continue live with our members here. If you guys want to come join us, you guys could go to breakingchartalerts.com here. You guys could go to the Join Now tab, click Membership Pricing Plans. Here's the trade room you guys could come into once you guys join. And let's see here, membership pricing plans. And then once you're here, you could pick out whatever membership you'd like here. We got the special on the Elite Pro Trader there. If you guys want to get that, you guys could get 30% off. Use promo code challenge. Instead of being $2,500 a year, that'll bring the price down to $1,750 for the year there, which $1,750, divide that by 12, comes out to about $145 a month, which you can't beat that. You're getting a big savings. It includes all of our courses, all of our classes. Well, we got our weekly classes now with Tom from Kaplan. So really great to be, it's an honor to be affiliated with Kaplan and with Tom. And he's going to be doing our classes weekly. Might even start bringing up to it about twice a week there. But that's going to be this Friday. And looking forward to that class too. We got to get those into the education section on our trading classes there as well. Those will be uploaded this week there. But if you guys want to come join us, Elite Pro Trader, that'll come down to about $1,750. Or if you want to take advantage of a monthly membership, you guys could try that out there. And if you like our service, you could easily upgrade to, which I'm sure you will. If you have any questions, come down here, shoot us a message on Messenger. Any questions you have, we'll be happy to answer them and help get you started. If you want to see trades, go to Trade Alerts here. This is going to show you all of our trades. If you want to go to the Trade Challenge, click on Trade Challenge. It'll show you just the Trade Challenge trades. So you'll see here official trades, you know, and then you'll see the Trade Challenge trades here as well. So all the trades there, Trade Challenge trades. If you're just watching that, it's going to be right there. And then our education, you guys can see our classes and our lesson libraries there and follow along. And then, of course, the live trade room. You guys could go to live trade room, and we'll be in there now if you guys come join us. Alrighty, so I hope everyone on YouTube has a great day. Nice start to the week here. Loving the setup on everything we're seeing. Markets are continuing to climb here. Carnival Cruise Line's continuing with a big breakout there on CCL. Back up to new highs of the day here, almost back up to 52-week highs. If we continue to go out a little bit further here, we're at 52-week highs, guys, on Carnival Cruise Line today. That's big news. New highs continuing to break out. Broke that resistance at 30. Continuing that climb, we're going to be looking for that $40 easily. Alrighty, guys, take care. Have a great day, and I hope to see you guys with us. You guys can go to breakingchartalerts.com, sign up for a membership. Once you do sign up, download our app on the App Store, Breaking Chart Alerts. You'll be able to log into your account through there if you're on the go or if you're at work. And, of course, if you are just waiting for our notifications, you'll get an app alert to say, hey, look at the website. We just made a new trade there. So that's instant, and we'll see you guys in the trade room. Have a great week, guys. Take care. God bless. And